Good afternoon, everyone. So, we are in the second unit. We are about to close the second unit by today itself. So, we are in the last topic of the second unit, that is the pulse transfer function. Pulse transfer. So, in the previous classes, past 2 days, we have seen how to frame the equations for pulse transfer function. That is nothing but to frame the output divided by input. That is C of z divided by R of z. We have seen the derivative part regarding to the open loop systems, and as well as we have moved into the closed loop system. So in the previous class we have seen how to solve the problematic expressions. How to solve these problematic expressions. Why? Because in all the expressions they will allow to cascade the position of a discrete data system with zero order hold circuits. All the discrete data systems are going to be cascaded with the zero order code circuits. So in the previous class we have seen the one problem, that is open loop control system. Open loop control system. So in this class also we will discuss the remaining problems, so that we will complete the second unit by today itself, and from next week onwards we will start the third unit. Third. Okay, so try to concentrate on the problems. Why? Because these problems are very, very important and directly asked for one essay question. That is about 7 to 10 marks. Okay, so try to concentrate on the class so that you can get good marks regarding the unit. So in the previous class we have seen one problem, that is g of s is equal to k divided by s into s plus. Okay. So next we are going for the next problem. That is, here he has given a system which is consisting of a zero order whole circuit along with a g of s, that is 1 divided by s into s plus 1. The previous one he has given the g of s value as k divided by s into s plus k. So here they have given the g of s value as 1 divided by s into s plus. So as per the procedure of the zero order pole circuit, that is the pulse transfer function according to the zero order pole circuit, which is in the cascaded position of the discrete data system, the output of the system can be calculated as C of z is equal to this one. C of z is equal to 1 minus z inverse into z transform of g of s divided by s. C of x, C of z is equal to 1 minus z inverse into z transform of g of s divided by. Okay. So we just need to calculate the z transform of g of s divided by, and we are having the expression of the g of s is, that is nothing but 1 divided by s into s plus. So therefore, just substituting the value of g of s in this expression, that is c of z, we are going to get c of z divided by r of z is equal to 1 minus z inverse into z transform of g of s divided by s. So just substituting the value of g of s as 1 divided by s into s plus n, we are going to get, that means we need to calculate in order to obtain the expression or the ratio, that is c of z divided by r of z, we need to calculate the z transform of g of s divided by, that is the g of s divided by s is, that is nothing but 1 divided by s square into s plus 1. 1 divided by s square into s plus 1. That is, we need to determine the z transform for this particular function. Okay, so try to solve this particular function. That means the z transform using partial fraction method. One of the z transformation method, that is partial fraction. Okay, so let us look into it. So this is the partial fraction method to determine the value of g of s divided by s. That is that is That is nothing but uh, this is the calculation part for obtaining the values of A, B, C. This one 1 divided by S square into S plus 1 can be taken as A divided by S plus B divided by S square plus C divided by S square. So just equating this value, we are going to get this value A into S plus 1 plus B into S plus 1 plus C into mute yourself. Okay. Some of the students has unmuted themselves. Okay. We will discuss about the calculation part. This one. So this expression is A into S plus 1 plus B into S plus 1 plus C into S square is equal to 1. So in order to obtain the values of A, B, C, we just need to substitute the values of that means in order to obtain the value of C, we have to substitute the value of S Please mute yourself. Okay. So in order to obtain the value of C, we have to substitute the value of S is equal to minus 1. So just substituting the value of S is equal to 0 and S is equal to minus 1, we are having the relation. That means we have obtained the values of B and C as 1 and 1. The value of B and along with the C is 1. So comparing the x square terms on the both sides, that means the left hand side and the right hand side, we are going to frame an equation that is A plus C is equal to 0. So we are having the value of C as 1, therefore the value of A is minus 1. So just substituting the values of A, B, C in the partial fraction method equation, we are going to get 1 minus 1 divided by S plus 1 divided by S square plus 1 divided by S plus 1. So applying the Z transform on the both sides, we are going to get it is 1 by S is nothing but the step function. 1 by S is nothing but the step function. That is nothing but minus Z divided by Z minus 1, and 1 by S square is the 1 by S square is the ramp function we are having, that is Z into T divided by Z minus 1 whole square, and 1 divided by S plus 1 can be taken as Z divided by Z minus e power minus t minus t. So just substituting this particular Z transform value in the final expression of C of Z divided by R of Z, that is 1 minus Z inverse into Z transform of G of S divided by S. It is also we are going to get the value of C of Z divided by R of Z as capital T divided by Z minus 1 plus plus Z minus 1 divided by Z minus e power minus t minus t minus t. So in the problem we mentioned as we have to take the value of capital T time period as 0 0.5 seconds. 0 0.5 seconds. So therefore, upon substituting the value of time capital T as 0 0.5 seconds, we are going to get the value of C of Z divided by R of Z. That is nothing but the pulse transfer function or Z transfer function as 0.5 divided by Z minus 1 minus 1 minus e power minus 0 0.5 divided by Z minus e power 0. Okay. So this is the final expression we are going to get. This is the final expression we are going to get after substituting the value of time period t is equal to 1. Okay. So this is the problems regarding to the open loop circuits. determining the pulse transfer function of the system, discrete data system using this particular expression with with jet transform, with jet transform. Okay. So we have seen the problems regarding to the open loop system. Now we will enter into the closed loop system problems. Closed loop system problems. Okay. So this is the problem regarding to the closed loop system. So try to observe the model. So in the previous class, I have shown how to take the final expression of C of Z divided by R of Z for different modules. In the previous class, I have shown a table regarding to the this one. This is the table regarding to the representation of C of Z divided by R of Z for closed loop sample control systems. So just after choosing this particular block diagram, we can frame the expression, that is C of Z divided by R of Z. Just no need to calculate all the calculations. Just we can take that particular final output in Z term. No need to calculate all this stuff. Okay. So in this one, for our problem, uh, the block diagram representation is, he has not given any zero order fault circuit. He has given only one circuit, that is 10 divided by s into s plus 1, and the feedback path is 1. There is no value, so we have to take the value as unity. We have to take the value as unity. Okay. So for this particular block diagram, what is the expression for C of Z divided by R of Z? It is nothing but G of S divided by 1 plus G of S into H of S. But H of S value is 1, unity. So we are having the expression for C of Z divided by R of Z as G of S divided by 1 plus G of S. 1 plus G of S. Okay. So we need to determine. So try to see this. Determine the pulse transfer function for the closed loop system. Also comment on its stability. Also comment on its stability. Okay. So we are having the closed loop expression, that is this one. C of S divided by R of S, or C of Z divided by R of Z, is equal to G of S divided by 1 plus G of S. And G of S value we are having is 10 divided by S into S plus 1 divided by 1 plus 10 divided by S into S plus 1. So after calculation we are going to get the final expression. That means this is the expression, that is 10 divided by s square plus s into, so s square 10 divided by s square plus s plus 10. So in order to obtain the C of Z divided by R of Z value, the expression is in S. So in order to convert this S value into Z value, we have to apply the Z transforms. We have to apply the Z transform. Okay. But so try to see, there is no zero order fold circuit for this one. If zero order fold circuit is there, we have to determine the value of C of Z divided by R of Z as 1 minus Z inverse into Z transform of that particular G of S divided by S. But here there is no zero order fold circuit as well as H of S. So we just need to calculate or determine the Z transform of the function, that 10 divided by S square plus S plus 10. Okay. So this is the calculation for the right hand side. The roots we are going to have as a complex roots, that is s is equal to -1 plus or minus root of 39 I divided by 2. So just take the positive value as a, small a, and negative value as b. So it can be translated as 10 divided by s square plus s plus 10 as a divided by s minus a plus b divided by s minus a. So just taking the value, this one, and in order to obtain the value of a, we have to substitute the value of s is equal to a, and in order to obtain the value of b, we have to substitute the value of s is equal to. So with the substitution of s is equal to a, we are going to get the value of a sorry, b as 10 divided by root of 39i. Similarly, the value of a is also going to become standard as minus 10 divided by root of 39i. Root of 39. Okay. So in this way we are going to obtain the values of a and b. So just substitute the values in this equation. We are going to get the expression or the quadratic equation is going to be solved as minus 10 divided by root of 39i divided by s minus a plus 10 divided by root of 39i divided by s minus a. So we have to calculate the jet transform for this expression. We have to calculate the jet transform for this expression. So it is going to be represented as 1 divided by s minus a or 1 divided by s minus a. So the jet transform for this function is here. Comes to this particular slide. The jet transform for this expression, that is minus 10 divided by root of 39i divided by s plus a plus 10 divided by root of 39i divided by s minus b. So what is the value of 1 by s plus s minus a? Z transform of 1 by s minus a, it is nothing but z divided by z minus e power minus a. And similarly, the expression or z transform for this one is z divided by z minus e power minus e into. Okay, so we are going to get the final value of pulse transfer function for the closed loop circuit, which we have taken this one here is this value. Okay, so in this way we are going to solve the closed loop circuit, the closed loop circuit problems. That means we are going to determine the pulse transfer function values for this closed loop circuit. Okay, so similarly we will solve remaining problems also. So this is the problem we are having. So write the difference equation governing the system for g of s is equal to 1 divided by s plus 1. So in this problem, in the previous problem, he has not mentioned any zero order whole circuit. He has just mentioned a g of s value, and h of s value is not mentioned. Therefore, it is taken as unity. So in this one, write the difference equation governing. So we have to calculate the difference equation means initially we have to determine the expression, that is C of z divided by R of z in terms of z, and we have to apply the inverse Z transform for this one, and we have to convert into t into t. Previously we have seen the difference equations. The difference equations in terms of the small t. So for these problems, we need to determine the C of z divided by R of z value. Along that, we have to obtain the expression in terms of t, small t. Okay. So while solving the problem, you will be able to understand. So let us entering into the solution part. So the expression for the zero order whole circuit is nothing but for applying this one. This is nothing but 1 minus e power minus s divided by s, which is going to be conjugated in the position of discrete data system, which is 1 divided by s plus 1. So in order to form the Z transform for this function, we are going to get, definitely this cascaded position can be taken as 1 minus Z inverse into Z transform of G of s divided by s. That is 1 minus Z transform, the Z inverse into Z transform of 1 divided by s plus 1 divided by s. So it is going to be taken as 1 minus Z inverse into Z transform of 1 divided by s into s plus 1. Okay. So for this closed loop circuit, we are having the expression that is g of s divided by 1 plus g of s into h of s. G of s into h of s. H of s value is 1, and g of s value is nothing but it is going to be considered as g naught into g of s here. G naught into g of s, where g naught is nothing but the zero order whole circuit and g of s is the discrete data system. Therefore, the expression for this one is going to be taken as g naught into g of s divided by 1 plus g naught into g of s. Therefore, this is the expression. This is the pulse transfer function expression, Z transform of Z transform of G naught into G of S divided by 1 plus Z transform of G naught into G of S. G naught into G of S. Therefore, the Z transform of G naught into G of S is nothing but 1 minus Z inverse into Z transform of 1 divided by S into S plus 1. So, it is going to be calculated as, using the partial fraction method, we have obtained the values of Z transform of 1 divided by S into S plus 1 as 1 by S minus 1 by S plus 1. What is the expression for step function? The Z transform of the step function, it is nothing but Z divided by Z minus 1. And 1 divided by S plus 1 is nothing but Z divided by Z minus e power minus cap. So upon certain calculation part, we have obtained the value of C of Z divided by, Y of Z divided by R of Z, or C of Z divided by R of Z as 1 minus e power minus t divided by Z minus e power minus t. 1 minus e power minus t divided by Z minus e power minus t. So this is the pulse transfer function we have obtained. Pulse transfer function we have obtained. But it has asked in the problem to find out or to calculate the difference equation. Difference equation. So in order to convert this equation, that is pulse transfer function, to difference equation, just equating that one. Sorry. Initially, we have it is not the pulse transfer function equation. It is just the Z transform of G naught into G of S. Z transform of G naught into G of S. So just substituting the value of Z transform of G naught into G of S in this expression, we are going to get, that is 1 minus e power minus t divided by Z minus e power minus t divided by 1 plus 1 minus e power minus t into divided by Z minus e power minus t. So upon certain calculation, we are going to get the pulse transfer function expression as, that is y of z divided by r of z is equal to 1 minus e power minus t divided by z plus 1 minus 2 into e power minus t. Z plus 1 minus 2 into e power. Okay. So we have to determine the difference equation for this. So just cross multiplying this one, this is the values, cross multiplying these values, we are going to get z plus 1 minus 2 into e power minus t into y of z is equal to 1 minus e power minus t into r of z. So just multiplying these values, we are going to get z into y of z plus 1 minus e power minus 2 into e power minus t into y of z is equal to 1 minus e power minus t into r of z. So applying the inverse Laplace transform, we are going to get the value as y of k plus 1 plus 1 minus 2 into e power minus t into y of k is equal to 1 minus e power minus t into r of k. So in this way, we have to calculate or to determine the difference equation for this closed loop circuit. That means we have to obtain the expression for the pulse transfer function, and after that we have to determine the difference equation. Okay. So these problems are very, very important. So in the same manner, on the same fashion, we will solve one more problem. So this one. So in this one, he has given the value of g of s as 1 divided by s square. 1 divided by s square. And the feedback function is also unity. So the expression for this one is nothing but y of z divided by r of z. Pulse transfer function is nothing but taken as the Z transform of G naught into G of S divided by 1 plus Z transform of G naught into G of S into H of S. And H of S value is unity, so therefore just need to calculate or determine the Z transform of G naught into G of S. It is Z transform of G dot whole circuit along with the G of S. It is nothing but 1 minus Z inverse into Z transform of 1 divided by S into S square. That is nothing but 1 by S square is the G of S value. It has to be multiplied with S. Why? Because it is in denominator. So this is the final expression for the jet transform of G naught into G of S. So initially we have to determine the value of jet transform of 1 by S square. That means the jet transform of 1 by S square value is depending upon the fundamental expression we are going to have. We are going to have, that is as 1 by 2 into t square into z power minus 1 into 1 minus z power minus 1 divided by 1 minus z power minus 1 whole cube. So it has to be obtained with certain simplifications. 2 has to be multiplied in the numerator and denominator, and we are having the fundamental expression that is the transform of 2 divided by s cube, that can be taken as t square into z inverse into 1 plus z inverse divided by 1 minus z power z inverse whole cube. Okay. So just substituting the value of z square in this one, z transform in this one, we are going to get the z transform of g naught into g of s as t square divided by 2 into z plus 1 divided by z minus 1 whole square. So upon certain calculation, we have to obtain the value as z transform of g naught into g of s as t square divided by 2 into z plus 1 divided by z minus 1 square. T square divided by 2 into z plus 1 divided by z minus 1 square. Okay. So just substitute the value of z transform of g naught into g of s in this expression. We are going to get t square divided by 2 into z plus 1 divided by z plus 1 whole square. Z plus 1 whole square. So just substituting the value. We are going to get t square divided by 2 into z plus 1 divided by z minus 1 whole square divided by 1 plus t square divided by 2 into z plus 1 divided by z minus 1 whole square. It is minus. So upon certain simplifications, we are going to get the value of y of z divided by r of z. That is the pulse transfer function expression as y of z divided by r of z as t square into z plus 1 divided by 2 into z minus 1 whole square plus t square into z plus 1 z plus. So in order to obtain the difference equation, we just need to cross multiply this particular equation. So after that, cross multiplying with y of z and r of z, we are going to have the expression that is 2 into z square into y of z plus t square minus 4 into z into y of z plus t square plus 2 into y of z is equal to t square into z plus t square into r. So applying the inverse Laplace transform for this one, we can get the difference equation in terms of the t or k. It can be taken as 2y into y of k plus 1 plus t square minus 4 into y of k plus 1 plus t square plus 2 into y of k is equal to t square into r of k plus 1 plus t square into r of k plus 1 plus t square into r of k. So in this way, we have to determine the difference equation for the given closed loop functions. If we are used to ask, give the value of h of s also, we have to substitute the value of h of s here. That means we have to place the conjugated value of this one. Okay. So these problems are very, very important, and which can be asked surely for 7 months. Okay. That means in order to calculate these open loop or closed loop functions, we have to well known about the final expressions output or in terms of the data. Okay. So with one more problem, I will close the class for today. So while observing the previous university questions, I have seen one question which is very interesting for me. He has given the discrete time system as y of k minus 1 by root of root 2 into y of k minus 1 plus 1 divided by 4 into y of k minus 2 is equal to u of k plus 1 by 3 into u of k minus 1. So we need to determine the pulse transfer function. we need to determine the pulse transfer function. So in the previous class, what not in the previous class, in the past classes, I am going to tell you that pulse transfer function is equals to jet transfer function. The pulse transfer function is also called as jet transfer function. Jet transfer function. Jet transfer function means we have to obtain the value of y of z divided by x of z. Or input it has given as u of k. That means we need to determine only the value of y of z. Why? Because unity jet transform is 1. Okay, so don't get confused regarding this problems. If he asked us to determine the pulse transfer function in block diagram, you can go that method. Or else, if he asked us to determine only the pulse transfer function or the jet transfer function, which in which the system is given in discrete time sequence, just calculate the expression y of z divided by r of z or y of z divided by x of z. Okay, output divided by input. So don't get confused about this one. Okay, so so this is the expression he has given. 1 by root 2 value is 0.7 and 1 by 4 value is 0.25 and 1 by 3 value is 0.3. So applying the jet transform, we are going to get y of z minus y of z minus. He has not given any initial conditions also. Okay, don't worry about that one. Y of z minus 0.7 to z square into y of z plus 0.25 into z power minus 2 into y of z is equal to u of z minus u of z minus z power minus 0.22 into z power minus 2 into u of z. So separating the values of y of z and u of z, we are having y of z into 1 minus 0.2 z inverse plus 0.25 into z power minus 2 is equal to u of z into 1 minus 0.33 z power minus 2. So after certain simplifications, we are going to get the value of y of z divided by u of z. Why? Because y of z is the output and u of z is the input. So the pulse transfer function is nothing but the z transformation of output the z transform to the input z transform. Therefore, y of z divided by u of z is equal to z square minus 0.33 divided by z square minus 0.72z plus 0.2. So finally, we are having in this way we need to determine the pulse transfer function or jet transfer function. So don't get confused about these kind of problems. Okay. So with this, we are going to close the second unit also. In the next class, from Monday onwards, we are going to enter into the third unit. So this second unit is a lengthy unit, and more problems is going to be asked in case of the second unit. It is jet transformation. All these problems are very familiar, apart from the pulse transfer function problems. Pulse transfer function remaining all problems is very familiar to you. Why? Because these are already learned by you in signals and systems of your third year first semester. Third year first semester. Okay. So after that, the second part of the second unit is the pulse transfer function. We have seen the determination of C of z divided by R of z for open loop system, closed loop system, and based upon these two systems, we have also solved plenty of problems for open loop systems and closed loop systems. Okay. So with this, we are going to wind up the class for today also. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day. Be safe during this pandemic situation.